So imagine you sold somebody, you worked somebody, you worked a deal at an industry event, conference, and I did. We both were at the event. We both invested money at the event, folks. Okay? We both advertised on the internet. Ooh, everybody does it, right? Ooh. We both got the same lead. You called on day one, and I called on day one, and nobody sold the guy because the guy didn't even pick up. Hang on. Day two, I called again. Day three, I called again. You hadn't called back yet because you think it's, I don't want to do too much. Day four, I called. Day five, I called. Day six, I called. Day seven, I called. Now, on day 7, 8, and 9, I did some trick shit. I did some spooky stuff that freaking heroes of the universe did. I did some stuff that's magic, like Houdini, on day 8, day 9, and day 10. And then picked up the phone to follow up 8, 9, and 10. Who wins this game? If you're not first, then be last. Be always. And if day 10 doesn't get it, day 14, day 21. How about day 28? How about we just keep doing this until we exhaust a year? Or how about 2 years from now, I'm still calling? You don't even remember the guy's lead. Okay? That's how you pay for advertising. That's how you grow your business. That's how you expand your brand. That's how you become valuable in the marketplace. And most importantly, folks, that's how you grow a freaking backbone that somebody's going to say, forget somebody, that money is going to say, I want to go spend time with him because this cat is serious. You know, my wife, I called her 26 times over 13 months. She did not give me a return phone call. She talked to me the first call and a 26th call. Finally, I broke her to where she was like, okay, the guy's real. He's a real dude. This isn't a get rich quick, get it laid tonight, take it quick. I'm not a quick start, fast start, no follow through, man. What happened over a period of time was like, this cat's for real. And that's what has to happen in sales. I don't care what you sell. You do medical devices, okay? You do social media sales, whatever that is. You guys are going to teach a company how to do social media or web IT development, medical supplies. You're a professional contractor, roofer, plumber. I don't know what other businesses are there. There's so many businesses in the world, man. You got an idea, you got a dream, you got a script. Dude, what are you going to do? When are you going to grow up, build your backbone, get known in the marketplace? Sooner or later, you're using this. Sooner or later, you want to buy real estate? I told my friend, the baseball player.
Yeah.
What's his name? A-Rod. A-Rod called me. Man, I want a meeting with you. This is a true story. He says, man, I'm on a deal and you're on the same deal. Who wins the deal? I said, dude.
You ain't got a shot, champ.
Let me tell you something. You might be able to hit a home run. I'll freaking smoke you every time in a deal. Every time in a deal, I will smoke you. You know why? Because I know things. You know things about baseball. I can't hit a 95-mile-an-hour baseball. I'd be like, whoa.
Man, that was fast.
Push. Push. That was fast. But let me tell you something. The reason he can hit a 95 mile an hour, he committed a career to it. He practices every day. He knows his game. He's in, right? But look, I can do things with a telephone and call people on a deal that would make them want me more than they'd want A-Rod's money. If the police knew how to make cold calls, they wouldn't be killing young black men.
That's right.
Because they wouldn't be in the police department.
They'd be
If all Americans were working every day, we wouldn't even have crime. Dude, if you're out there freaking trying to get money a legitimate way, nobody would have to rob anybody. The reason you got criminals is because they've lost their self-respect. They've lost their abilities. They've lost their ability to go out and collect money on their own. They're taking a shortcut now. They've lost the guts of who they are. And so what do, man? They take shortcuts. You wouldn't even have crime on this planet if people knew how to promote, market, brand, and close deals, okay? This is what it costs to get in front of people. I can use this, and I can use this, okay? Until you can buy one of these, you better learn how to use this, okay? Quit bitching about flying coach on American. Learn how to use this, all right? Quit bitching about where you work. Learn to use this. Become the best person in your space with this phone. Making a cold call, a warm call, a follow-up call. If I came to your company right now, you know what I would ask? Hey, man, give me all the leads you guys gave up on. Give me every defected buyer, every defected customer you have. Give me the list. Give me every person that you guys got all the money from. That's where I'm going. And I'm calling them because I'm not yet in a place to have this, okay? This got me this and a bunch of work ethic, following through, having guts, having courage. So look, you got to go back through the first half of this and get your game right about what this phone is, because I got people saying, man, I can't make a cold call. What else can't you do? I don't like to read books. What else don't you like to do?
I don't like to exercise.
I don't like to exercise. What else don't you like to do?
I don't like to eat
I don't
right.
like to get up at night and take a piss while I'm sleeping. But it's the smart thing to do, right? When I get up in the morning, I don't really want to get dressed. It's the right thing to do. The truth is, look, let's face it. Let's be honest. You have trouble starting the things that are good for you, and you have trouble stopping the things that are bad for you. You have to put a stake in the ground somewhere and say, hey, I need to make a commitment, an investment in myself and my future and becoming a millionaire. Why not? If not now, when? And if not you, then it'll be me.
Boom.
Because I'm going to get me another millie, okay? It's never made me unhappy. Hey, the phone is what got me my wife, all right? All right. If you have questions, put them in comments. We'll try to get to them. I'll do my best to get to them. Let's talk. Let's get back to some making some information.
Back into the grid.
Okay, preparing for the cold call, okay? Now, before you start making cold calls, I need you to do the math. I'm going to share with you what's called the Cardone calculation in my office.
Ooh, is that trademark?
You need to, 2, build a list, okay? 3, you need to research and investigate the list. I'll go over each one of these items. 4, you need to look for personal connections that you might have with this person. Are you doing that? Do you know where to look? You have personal connections. What is it, the 7 degrees, 12 degrees of separation?
6 degrees.
6, 12, 7, whatever.
Depends how many calls you make.
It should be the million degrees of separation. Build a script. Anticipate objections. I'll give you every objection you're ever going to hear in this video webcast. You got to get calling, folks. At some point, you got to pick up the phone. Okay? At the end of the day, I'm just going to make more phone calls than you are. I can make more phone calls than any human being. Okay, I just get in there and just start making phone calls. Okay, I actually have this little timer, so I actually want to see how many calls can I make in 15 minutes. I don't even care if I'm good at them. In the beginning, I need to get frequent before I get great. I need to take good notes. Now, this is a major, major mistake I made in my career. I didn't keep good notes on people, and it cost me. And I need to follow up. All right? Now, the biggest problem with cold calls is it's going to create a problem with follow-up. And we'll be covering that, and I'm going to provide you with the solution to handling that. All right. This is the Cardone calculation. Somebody recently asked me, hey, man, how many cold calls do you need to buy? Do you need to make to buy a Rolls Royce? So that's simple, bro. To buy a Rolls Royce, $344,000 automobile, if I have a commissionable sale of $1,000, I would need to sell 344. I'd have to close 344 transactions. If I divide that number, just bear with me here, by a closing rate on a cold call of 6.16%, that's by the Direct Marketing Association, that's 3 times better than a monster response direct mail campaign. I would need to make 5,733 contacts. Now, we're going to have to actually go over what a contact is here in a second, and we will. If I divide that by 300 days, I will find out that I need 19.11 contacts every day.